Hello everyone, Sidewin here, and today I am going to be explaining how I make thumbnails in Canva. This is part of my Vtubing Basics series, and today I will be making a thumbnail for the video about using Vroid I had previously made. So to start, Canva has a useful template called YouTube Thumbnail, and they have a bunch of pre-made thumbnails that you can use. Some of these are more useful for certain types of videos than others. Most of them are not particularly useful for tutorial videos. Most are based off gaming videos or travel videos. So to start, I'm going to bring in two images I have uploaded. One is of the model I made in Vroid, and the other is of my model. Both of these photos were taken in Vroid's photo booth. So if you want to have images easily, I highly recommend using that feature of the program. So frequently, what people say when making thumbnails, note that this is based in part off advice I have received from others in the VTubing community. They typically say use the rule of thirds. So don't put usually you don't want too many images on a thumbnail, and you usually want the thumbnail to be made using the rule of thirds. Basically, you do not put your model or your subject front and center, you off-center it. So here what I've done is I've put the two models both off-center. And I'm also going to reduce the boxes around them because I'll be wanting to interact with that center. Note that I'm not particularly good at this. I'm mostly trying to show how the software works and what sorts of thought processes you might want. So you can then change the background to either a solid color, or you can put an image there from their category. I'm using the free version. If you have the paid version, you can do more. So here I'm thinking, well, I don't really have an idea, so I'm going to just search for room and see what comes up. See if there's something that's a decent, just generic background. Which this one's square, so it won't. And then you can just go through and see, well, what's there. And sometimes you don't really find much of anything. And sometimes you decide, well, I'm just going to, say, change the background to black so that the models stand out more, which is absolutely an option. Then you usually only want like 3 to 5 words on your thumbnail because it's small. Like if you're looking at this on a phone screen, it's probably about like, it's only it's like an inch max. So you want big, easily read headings, if any, on your thumbnail. So here, I'm just going to write Vroid Basics. Then, because I'm expecting this to be viewed on mobile, I'm going to try and up the size till it covers the entire center, but doesn't cover the two models. And note that like simple is best. And you can add certain effects to these, like you could do, say, outline to make it so that it stands out more. Like you could change the text color to black and then change your outline to white. You could also make it glow. Here I'm just going to go with the outline and then change my color to white and up the thickness. And you can also experiment with what different fonts do with it, like Times New Roman or right here Gaglen. And I think that this is probably good enough. And then you can always click share and have it shared. And you can also change what your images look like. So if you upload an image of a VTuber model, you can change the color. Like this, which creates a more like, it can create various things. Like if you're playing a retro game, you might scroll through here till you find the right here. Because this, like, these make them look more like they're from a character from a older video game. That is all for today. If you have any question or comment on this, please ask below, and I will see you in the future. Thank you for watching.